Common frog. Here are some key characteristics and information about the common frog. Number 1. Appearance. Common frogs have a varied coloration, but they are typically olive green or brown with dark spots. They have smooth, moist skin and long hind legs, which make them well adapted for jumping and swimming. Their eyes have horizontal pupils. Number 2. Habitat. These frogs inhabit a wide range of environments, including forests, grasslands, wetlands, and gardens. They prefer areas with freshwater bodies, such as ponds, lakes, marshes, and slow-moving streams. During the winter, they hibernate in burrows or under leaf litter to avoid freezing temperatures. Number 3. Behavior. Common frogs are primarily active during the night, nocturnal, and are known for their distinctive jumping movements when trying to escape predators. They are excellent swimmers and can cover significant distances in the water. During the breeding season, they gather in ponds and other water bodies to mate. Number 4. Reproduction. Breeding takes place in the spring. Males often arrive at breeding sites first and call out with a repetitive croak to attract females. Once a female chooses a mate, their male grasps her from behind in a behavior known as amphibian, during which the female lays her eggs and the male fertilizes them externally. The eggs are laid in large gelatinous masses and attached to underwater vegetation. Number 5. Diet. Common frogs are carnivorous and have a varied diet. They primarily feed on insects, spiders, worms, and other small invertebrates. Tadpoles, the larval stage of frogs, also have an herbivorous diet, feeding on algae and plant matter. Number 6. Conservation. The common frog is generally considered to be of least concern in terms of conservation status, as it has a wide distribution and stable populations in many areas. However, habitat destruction, pollution, and the spread of diseases like chytridium mycosis have posed some threats to their populations. Number 7. Adaptations. Common frogs have some interesting adaptations. One of the most notable is their ability to hibernate in the winter by entering a state of torpor, where their metabolic rate decreases, allowing them to survive cold temperatures. Some of the key biological challenges that common frogs encounter include: Number 1. Habitat loss and fragmentation. One of the most significant challenges for common frogs is the loss and fragmentation of their natural habitats due to urbanization, agriculture, and other human activities. Destruction and alteration of wetlands, ponds, and other freshwater bodies can limit the available breeding and foraging sites for these frogs. Number 2. Climate change. Climate change can have several impacts on common frogs. Shifts in temperature and precipitation patterns can disrupt their breeding and hibernation cycles. Warmer temperatures may lead to earlier breeding, potentially causing mismatches with food availability for tadpoles. Extreme weather events, such as droughts or heavy rains, can also negatively impact populations. Number 3. Disease. Common frogs are susceptible to various diseases, including chytridium mycosis, a fungal infection caused by Batrachotrytrium dendrobitidis. This disease has been responsible for severe population declines and even extinctions in some frog species worldwide. It can spread rapidly and is particularly harmful to amphibians. Number 4. Pollution. Pollution, especially from agricultural runoff, industrial discharges, and chemicals, can contaminate the water bodies where common frogs breed and live. Elevated levels of pollutants can affect the health and development of both tadpoles and adult frogs, leading to reduced reproduction and survival rates. Number 5. Predation. Predators pose a threat to both tadpoles and adult frogs. Eggs and tadpoles may be eaten by fish, insects, and birds, while adult frogs have predators such as snakes, birds, mammals, and even other amphibians. Number 6. Invasive species. The introduction of non-native species, such as predatory fish or invasive amphibians, can disrupt the balance of local ecosystems and negatively impact common frog populations. Invasive species may compete for resources, prey on frog eggs or tadpoles, or introduce new diseases. Number 7. Reproductive success. The success of breeding and reproduction in common frogs can be influenced by environmental factors such as temperature, moisture, and the availability of suitable breeding sites. Changes in these factors can affect egg survival and tadpole development. Number 8. Pesticides and chemicals. Exposure to pesticides and other chemicals can harm common frogs directly or indirectly. Pesticides can be toxic to tadpoles and adult frogs if they are present in their habitat.